Hi, everyone. Welcome to JMU Virtual Open House. My name is Paula Bowens. I am the James Madison University Black Alumni President, and I'd like to welcome you to our panel discussion with James Madison University Black Alumni Chapter. Yay! To all future Dukes, parents, and families, welcome to JMU. We are so glad you're here to join us and look forward to talking to you throughout the rest of the month. Current Dukes, parents, and alums, welcome as well. Feel free to share your advice for future students in the chat. You can even tag a friend or parent who might want to learn more about James Madison University. Before I introduce our panelists, I'd like to let our audience know that the chat is open for any questions you'd like to ask. We're also live on YouTube, so feel free to type on the question on the platform, and we'll answer a few questions live right here this afternoon. Let's meet the panelists. Michael.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Humphries. I'm from Hopewell, Virginia, and I graduated in the class of 1990 in computer information systems, and I currently reside in Ashburn, Virginia. Nice to meet you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shakita King. I am from Southampton County, Virginia, and I graduated from JMU in 2009 and in 2011, and I currently reside in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Bettina. Can't hear you, Bettina.
Sorry, guys. I wanted you to read my lips. My name is Bettina Mason, and I am from Roanoke, Virginia, and I graduated from James Madison University in 1987. Yeah, 87. And in 95, I'm a double Duke. And now I reside in Richmond, Virginia.
Jordan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jordan Edmunds. I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia, and I'm a recent graduate of James Madison University of class of 2020. And I currently reside in Woodbridge, Virginia, and I majored in SMAD, which is School of Media Arts and Design.
So I guess I should just tell you, Paula, again, class of 89, graduated in marketing and live in Richmond. So let's start with the first question. You guys ready? Describe your JMU experience, your overall belongingness, involvement, club activities, most memorable moment. Anybody's open to anybody to describe. Who wants to go first?
Well, as I said, I graduated in 87 and in 95. So I have two sets of friends. So I have a young set and an old people set. So
old.
Well, I'm not old. I'm just saying, according to Carry the One, 1987 to now. So my experience was amazing. I came for a Black Freshman Weekend, and I was sold. It was an amazing community. It definitely wasn't as large as it is now today, but because we were minorities in such a small amount of a minority group, we stuck together in that group. But not to say that we did not make friends all over campus and we're not a part of the campus. So I do believe in participating wherever you go. And so that's what I did to ensure that I was able to enjoy my JMU experience. I experienced everything.
Who else wants to go?
Okay, I'll go. As a part of my experience at JMU, I was very active on campus, very involved with the campus from student government, Delta Sigma Pi Business Fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Service Fraternity, as well as I was a campus cadet. And so I really enjoyed my time at JMU. I had an exciting time being a part of the campus. I was very proud to live the motto of be the change. Two specific things that I did while there was for current officers of the student government. I led a committee to grant the officers stipends from the university, which is still in place today. And then also I was able to add new classes to the CIS program that was only available in the computer science department. So I had a great time at the university getting to know professors and President Carrier, and enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you.
Go Uncle Ron.
Yeah, go Uncle Ron.
I can go next.
Okay.
I had a great overall experience. When I first came in, I came for Perspectives Weekend, which is basically something that they used to have for minorities on campus just to try out the school. Now they're calling it, I think it's called Night at Madison or something. So, but it was very, very great just to see the campus, and the campus is really like a dream college that you would see on TV and stuff. So it's beautiful. And then while I was at college, I was involved as well. I was a part of CMIS, which is Center for Multicultural Student Services, which is the house for multi-organization clubs and organizations. I was also an RA my last year of college, which I was an RA at Gray Street Apartments. And then I was also involved in other clubs and organizations, just doing graphic designs for them, as well as working with other people to help with their organizations as well.
That's awesome. Chiquita?
Yeah, so whenever I see JMU license plates or just hear that someone's considering JMU, I totally just beam with pride because of the amazing experience that I've had. And I was also very involved with JMU as well. I was a part of Student Government Association. I was freshman class vice president, sophomore class president, junior class president, and director of communications. I'm also a Centennial Scholar, so I was able to obtain a full scholarship and mentorship. And I also had to do was to maintain my grades and also perform community service hours. So that was a huge honor. And also I joined my sorority sophomore year, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and just loved that experience as well. I'm still active today. I'm also was a part of Mosaic, which is a hip hop dance team. I was a part of orientation, the whole 9 yards. I would say one of my most memorable experiences happened during the weekend of my 21st birthday. We was able to go to a Halloween party at the president, at the time, President Rose's house. So that was a lot of fun. And then my sorority, we won the homecoming step show that year, and we worked really hard to get that trophy. And I was also crowned Miss Madison. So I think I'm the 5th Black Miss Madison. So again, just a huge honor, and I just love my experience. Jordan mentioned CMIS, and just going there and just seeing people who look like you and just that whole home away from home feeling. I just thoroughly enjoy my experience and still keep those friends that I made at JMU today.
Well, I feel like I didn't do enough in Madison because all I did was transfer into Madison. Met my first friend at Presidential, which I don't think it's there anymore, Sweet, or maybe it is, I'm not sure. And have maintained friends for over, I would say 30 plus years in school with Bettina. So I came in at the Black Freshman Weekend, and I wasn't going to Madison. I actually was going to an HBCU school, and came in for the Black Freshman Weekend and was like, oh, this is the school I wanted to go to. Mm-hmm. Plus I was following some of my high school buddies, and ended up in Madison, and I can't complain. I bleed purple. So I had an awesome experience in Madison as well. And it's opened a lot of doors in terms of just job opportunities for me. When people see Madison on the resume, they're like, oh, you went to Madison? I'm like, yeah, I did. So anyways, so the next question, I think this is geared towards Michael. Describe your experience as a JMU parent. You can't hear you.
Oh, thank you. So yes, I had the privilege of having my son also accepted the JMU. He graduated 2 years ago, also in computer information systems. So like dad, like son, that's, you know, I like that. But it was pretty neat because he did not want to come to Madison because one, both mom and dad went there, and then two, there were a lot of friends from this area going to Madison, so he didn't want to feel like high school. So we did convince him to at least take the tour. And so when he took the tour, I also took the tour as if it was my first time coming to Madison, and it was wonderful to experience Madison all over again. So he fell in love with it, and he got accepted right away and came to Madison. And it was also interesting for me because he also participated in the ROTC program. So he's now 2 years active military after graduating. And so that experience was very interesting to, you know, just see how that whole program works. He didn't do it in high school, he joined in college. As a parent, we did have, you know, we requested him to give us access to all of his accounts and information so that we could track all of his payments and things that needed to be done. So as a parent, you can get access to your student account financials so that you can, you know, help pay bills or track expenditures that show up on the account. So I'll say we had a great experience over his 4 years. And because while he was there, we also had ESPN game day at JMU twice. We went to the national championship. So being a parent and an alumni, that was a wonderful experience to have.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So the next question, I guess this goes to me, is what is the purpose of Black Alumni Chapter and how it's structured? Well, the purpose of the Black Alumni Chapter is it's a community. Lets the Black alumni that come out of Madison know there's a community of other Black alumni in terms of the larger mass of students. It is also to make sure that we're connected to the school, and that for some of the alumni who are older, who may not feel connected, is to get them engaged into the school. And for students, new alums like Jordan in class of 2020, is to make sure that they are connected and that we do other things in terms of scholarships. We, and Michael helped me out, we gave, I believe, 4 scholarships this year to incoming freshmen. So that's another thing that we tend to do is do scholarships. Did I miss anything or?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Black Alumni Chapter is what's called an affinity chapter, meaning it's with a special purpose, and we're located all over the country. And then there's other alumni chapters that are in specific locales. And so you can be a part of the Black Alumni Chapter and other chapters as well.
Did that get everything, guys? Okay, just want to make sure. Man, that was pressure. That was really pressure. So, okay, so now it says, how does BAC support prospective students, current students, and alums? I think we covered it, but Michael, I'll let you take the prospective students.
Yes, so one of the ways that we support prospective students is holding panel conversations like this. We've done these for a number of years now with the university. And so we're here to answer questions, you know, provide guidance and information. We're also here to connect you with the university. We support other events like the summer kickoffs. So if you've heard about the summer kickoffs or you want to tell other people about those, you can join those. They're in different areas around the state of Virginia as well as around the country. So look out for that information from the university and plan to attend those events. And then once you become a student, we can certainly help with mentorships, and we have other panel discussions with students on campus regarding networking events and special topics. And so we work with the university to support students as well.
How about the current students? And this can go to Keita, Bettina, whichever wants to respond to that.
As far as current students, I'm the co-chair for the mentorship program, along with Dr. Rudy Jackson. And so we are revving up to send out and partnering with the Student Affairs Office as well as the Alumni Office, Relations Office, to get the survey, not the survey, yeah, well, the survey, yeah. The survey, in order that we will kind of get a finger on the pulse of who would like to be a part of the mentorship program, albeit the alumni themselves as well as the students. So that is going to be coming out soon. So if you're out there, if you receive it, please, we would love to have you as a mentor, as also a mentee, because we learn from each other in our experiences. And the Black Alumni Chapter is here to share those experiences. So in order for the students to work smarter, not harder. So let's make sure that if you get that survey, we definitely would love to have you be a part of the mentorship program.
Let's not forget the grad chapter, the people who are in grad too. We're
And
including them
grad
too.
chapters.
Chiquita, did you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, Mike said a lot in terms of the additional events that we've done in terms of the panel discussions, and we used to call them Madison Mahogany networking events. And so we would just bring alumni back to be able to answer questions from students, and again, have those little breakout sessions to help with career prep and things of that nature. So definitely a fun time and a great networking experience for all. I can also take on the alumni side too. So I'm blessed to serve as the events co-chairman for the chapter and have been for the past several years. And we've done a lot of award-winning events for our alumni chapter. Some of our signature events include Madison Mahogany Mixers, where we will have alumni located in various locations across the country who will host happy hours at the exact same time. So you can be in LA, you can be in New York City, Jacksonville, Florida, Atlanta, here in Virginia, no matter where. And you can just come and just meet other people in that location and just network and get to know each other. Now we're doing them virtually, which has been a lot of fun as well, just to see people from different locations and learn from the various classes. We also have started this new series called It's Lit, which is It's Let's Talk Tuesday. And in that regard, we have different topics that resonate with the community. So our first session was about mental health within the Black community and how to, I guess, stay strong in terms of this pandemic, things that's going on in terms of racial injustice. We also had a session about voting, about what's on the ballot, things of that nature. Tomorrow, we have our next It's Lit event where we're having a Black business showcase where JMU alums who are Black JMU alumni business owners are able to showcase what their businesses and if they're hiring and what their business is about. So we do a lot of different events to unify alumni and to also help to raise funds for scholarships as well.
And let's not forget that for homecoming, we're going to be doing a lot of things for homecoming, but the biggest thing is that we're partnering with the Alumni Association in terms of the Black in the Days. And the exciting thing about the Black in the Days is the fact that we have the first female and the first male African-American grad on the panel discussion talking about our experiences. And if you can join us, please register for that as well. But I digress. So Michael is the former president of Black Alumni Chapter, and just kind of give you a little structure of how we work. It's president, vice president. Michael's our advisor, our scholarship and fundraiser chair, and Chiquita is our events, and we have another co-chair. Today's her first day on her official job, so we have to give her a clap for that. And we have Bettina and Rudy, who is co-chairs for mentorship. So that's how the structure of the BAC works. So the next question I have for you guys is, what should I be doing now as a prospective student to increase my chances of being accepted? Does anybody remember what they did to get accepted in Madison? Jordan probably know.
I know, Jordan.
Wow.
Jordan, yes, fresh for Jordan.
I know that just, study hard, especially if you're in high school, like your junior year. Study hard, make sure you're making good grades. You got the SATs, the ACTs that's coming up. Also, make sure that your application paper it's good that you put in, because you have to write an essay. So make sure that's good. Honestly, just I say try your best. And, I think JMU does a good job at selecting who they choose into their school. And yeah, that's all I got, to be honest.
As a high school teacher at one point in my life, can you hear me? I'm sorry, there we go.
Yeah.
As a high school teacher, I made it a point to make sure that my kids, I always gonna say kids, my students, always ensure that they stay connected with their counselors every step of the way, in order that they make sure that they have their credits in order. So you won't get up there as a senior and it's like, oh, you need a gym class. Well, no, because you should have had that in ninth grade. So pay attention, work with your counselors, definitely. Definitely, if you see schools that you're interested in, do not wait because you're a junior and a senior to start looking. You can look as a sophomore and as well as a freshman at colleges that will have the things that you're interested in. So now that the names have changed so many times, my undergrad was in communication public relations. I'm sure that's changed into an astronomically long title. And then my undergrad was in human resource training and development. So understand what you want to do. What's your passion? Follow your heart. Follow your heart and ensure that you are going to the place that's going to make sure that you're going to get the best education, and that's James Madison University, of course. But in the interim, make sure you have those things and study hard, just like Jordan said. But enjoy yourself and also volunteer. Volunteer points are look really good on your application. I also was a recruiter for JMU and other places, but make sure you do your volunteer work.
What job have you not had, Bettina?
I had enough jobs to definitely talk to the subject. So,
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
And if possible, try your best to look for scholarships early. Even if it's like small money, it all adds up. So it doesn't matter if you don't get this big scholarship, just make sure that you apply for a scholarship so it can help you out. Like if you know that money is an issue with attending JMU.
Yes, and then there have the Centennial Scholars like Chiquita came from, in order that, and you may look in that as well. But you're right, Jordan, you're right on the money when you say look for your scholarships, and don't leave no stone unturned. You look your Rotary Club, your Kiwanis Club, your mama's bake club, your church's chicken dinner club.
Well, let's plug BAC.
The BAC, thank you.
I mean, plugging everybody else. Make sure you plug BAC.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go there with the, don't leave those stones unturned, and don't think that the money's not there. It is out there for you. So definitely look at it, like Jordan said, and definitely BAC has a scholarship as well. So it's there for you.
I have a son who's a senior in high school, and one of the things that we're dealing with is the constant changes of deadlines and things like that with the pandemic and schools being virtual. So definitely keep up with the schedules, make you a spreadsheet to track everything, whatever you got to do to keep up with the changing schedules so that you won't miss deadlines. Some schools have relaxed or changed their, the admissions paperwork and all the information that they need. So, keep track of all of that, especially with the schools being more virtual these days. Campus tours are tough. So take as many virtual tours as you can. Attend the seminars that they have at the university to make sure you're getting the information that you need, while we're in the pandemic time as well.
Good point, Michael. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, with JMU being a relatively large campus, now when I was on campus, it was only one side of the campus, so it wasn't that large, but it was still large, but I'm lost now when I go on campus. But anyways, what advice do you have for getting connected? Being a part of the Alumni chapter helps you stay connected, especially overall alumni as well as Black alumni, but being connected to alumni and your friends, going to games and stuff like that, I would say. But anybody else?
Yeah, I would say, again, I became very involved as soon as I stepped foot on campus. As Jordan mentioned, I too went to Prospective Students Weekend, and I wasn't even a freshman yet, technically. I was still a senior in high school, and I was like, y'all look out for me because I'm gonna run for freshman class vice president. Make sure y'all vote for me when I get here. And that's what I did. So one, just making sure that you try to get involved, find an organization or two that aligns with your interests and get involved in that regard. Also with your residence hall, wherever you're at, if you're lucky to have some great suite mates, just get connected with them and just build those bonds, build those relationships. I also went to the Center for Multicultural Student Services quite a bit in between classes, just to get to know people and to network as well. And that really helped me to feel grounded and connected to the university as well. And also link with your professors too, to see if there's any opportunities to help them with any research opportunities or things of that nature, because that could lead to a recommendation letter for you to get an internship or a job later. So just use all those different pinpoints to get connected. And when there's an opportunity for alums to come back on campus, link with them as well. And that, again, that just deepens and broadens your connection to JMU.
I would say also talk to like your resident advisors, because when you first get to JMU, like those are like your kind of like your first friends, even though they might not be your friends. Those are like the first people around your age that you're around a lot. And they already know JMU, so they already know what organizations are going to be on campus and stuff. So just talk to them. Also, JMU does what's it called, a org night. So I would go up to the org night. There's a list of organizations that you might be like interested into. So I suggest that as well.
Can you talk a little bit about the Frog Week?
Oh, Frog Week. Frog Week is basically a week where with RAs and your frogs, you basically get to kind of get experience of what JMU is about, get to different places. There's a lot of icebreakers that they do to help you meet people, help you meet the people in your halls as well as meet other people. It's a really fun time that everybody enjoys. And like I said, that also is a great way to get connected as well with people very quickly.
And FROG stands for First Year Orientation Guides. I know it's a lot of acronyms, but yeah, that's FROGs.
I like that.
Thank you, because I didn't know. I was like, frog week?
I was like, did y'all go get frogs out the lake? I mean, what did y'all do?
I didn't know anything about frogs, so I was like trying to figure that one out.
That's why I said what our names were so totally different from today's. But I agree with everybody on participation. I participated. I mean, I'm a Delta, my sorority, but we were together with all the Divine Nine and other groups. Don't get me wrong. I participated in my subject area as far as those groups are concerned. But definitely find something you like to do. I mean, and then also get into something like a frog. I would never know about going to frogs. I would have gone to Frog Week just to say, what the heck is a Frog Week? So that's, things that sound so great and fun. I mean, go. You don't have anything to lose by going. I mean, you don't have to go back, but just go in the first place, because you never know. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe you meet people when you're supposed to meet them. So you never know when you're going to meet that person that you need.
Well, these people that you meet in college, I think, are pretty much your friends for some
life.
of us. Yeah, for life. Most of my friends are college buddies. Sorry about that. It was a bug flying there. Sorry. So during your JMU experience, did you feel welcome, safe as a Black student on campus?
During my experience, which was certainly a while ago, but yes, felt very safe on campus, as well as I was a campus cadet, as I mentioned earlier. But I think being involved and meeting administrators, faculty, and staff, being involved in certain organizations, you get an extra comfort level of, knowing people from place to place that you go. And certainly, being a part of the campus cadets, working with the police department there, I was able to learn a different aspect of the campus. And so campus cadets are there for students, as well as police, if you need escorts at night. So that's available around campus. And having the bus service on campus also gives you, a sense of security, as well as, making it easier to get around on campus. So I've seen, the transition to what it's like now, which is even, bigger and better. But back then felt very comfortable and safe on campus as well.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't have any issues.
Being a recent grad, I felt very welcome just from my first week. As I mentioned before, Frog Week, they really make you feel welcome. They make you do a lot of things which can be tedious, but you really meet a lot of people doing that, and you really get the sense of the community that JMU provides. I did feel safe as well. I don't know if you guys mentioned it, but they have this new thing called Safe Rides. Well, like if you're going to parties or if you're going to anywhere that you just don't feel safe, you can call them, and it's on the back of this thing that they'll give you called this Jack card, and you can call them. There's also the police number on the back of that card. There's so many different resources that you're able to use in order if you do not feel safe. As well, they also send out alerts if there's been things in the community that they want you to be aware of. So I feel like JMU is very safe for any person that wants to come.
Wow, I love the safe card. That is amazing. I I never felt intimidated. I never felt unsafe at James Madison University. And if you know the map of James Madison and you can look around the campus, where the baseball field is over in that corner, used to be X Lot. I used to work at the mall at Chess King. I was at Chess King.
For people who know that's a retail store because Chess King's no longer. So just so you know.
It's in the Smithsonian. Hello, Paula. So yeah, I used to work in the mall, so we just call it like that, and work and get in my car and go and park way out there, like almost all of the baseball field, and would walk just as no problem whatsoever, and walk through the bushes and the trees because I lived in the village. I felt all good. I don't know if I felt like I was John Wick's sister, but I didn't have any problems. I don't know if I was ready. I just didn't think there was no problem. So I felt safe and secure because it was always somebody quick enough that you can call if you were in. Oh, did we have cell phones? Oh my Lord, y'all.
No, we didn't have Bettina. We didn't have cell phones when we went to school. Just so you know.
You would have to run real fast.
Listen, I'm sort of embarrassed to say that my freshman year, like my first semester, I used to walk around, and I actually have who I used to walk around with right here. 1 second. I used to walk around like with
a hammer.
Look, I'm an only child. I'm from Hampton Roads. Like, you gotta be ready.
That's right.
But luckily, I never had to use it. Like, JMU is like so safe, and even the relationship that I had with the campus police who were there. Like, there's this guy named Officer Conley who, like, everyone knows who Officer Conley is. He is so friendly and knows everyone by name, and it was just an amazing experience. I definitely feel safe. Definitely felt welcome. I had never had any sort of issues that made me feel like I need to get out of JMU. None at all. Like, this was some of the best times of my life at that school. So
yeah, I have to say, I walked. Well, I lived off campus because there wasn't that guaranteed housing. So I lived at Port Republic in Maine, in those apartment complex. So I pretty much walked and was walking at nighttime. And of course, I won't tell you what time I would get home, but
no
I was walking.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
And what's good, like what she was saying.
So what is your favorite, guys? What is your favorite JMU tradition?
I think Jordan's about to say something.
Yeah, I thought I heard Jordan say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like what she said, what's good is that you're not the only one that's walking late at night. There's also a lot of people that, because they just feel safe and they also walk late at night. So you don't feel like you're alone ever. So that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, walking through from campus where we were in the village over in that section.
I know what you're getting ready to
That's
say.
the only section we had, y'all. So that's the only thing I can talk about. And then we walked through the tunnel to the basketball games, to the convo. And we would move. Because they said they used to cows used to go through that tunnel. And so we would move through the tunnel. I did that one homecoming, like in the 2020 and now recently, and people are looking at me like I was crazy. I was like, what? Y'all don't know to move. So that was fun. And then going to Jesse's Quick Lunch for a burger and a shake and some fries.
That's right.
I'm trying to think of, I guess mine is just going through, always just hitting the Union at the time, going through the Union, hanging out at the Union, and then back then it was with the TV room.
Yes.
And watching some favorite shows and having to get there at a certain time if you wanted to see that favorite show and have a seat.
Right.
So those are probably my favorite times, is just hanging in Union Station. And if not in Union Station, on the hill where Union Station was when it's a nice day.
Yeah.
I'll say my favorite tradition, I guess it's tradition, but homecoming. I love homecoming. You go out and get your purple out shirts and and then and the football games and just meeting alumni and just hanging out with your friends. And for me, like I was in a sorority, so the step show was always something that the pressure's on because you want to win. So just all the hard work that goes into that. So it's just so much fun. Homecoming, I would say, is part of my favorite.
Yeah, definitely. I participated in many step shows, so that competition was very exciting. I was also in the marching Royal Dukes in the tuba section. And so every time the team scored a touchdown, we had to do push-ups. So that's the one thing I remember. And we were scoring lots of points. So, that was a lot of push-ups every game in addition to carrying the tuba. But the halftime show was a favorite for me at JMU, being in the marching band. And then back then you could sit on the hill and watch.
Yeah.
So that was a wonderful time, being able to sit on the hill, watch the game, and listen to the cannons fire when they score, that kind of thing. So those are some of my traditions, favorite traditions at JMU.
And don't forget D-Hall Wingding Night.
That's right.
And grilled cheese Thursdays.
Wingding Night. And so one time, y'all, I worked in D-Hall in pots and pans. I almost fell in the daggone sink because it was so far. But anyway, Wingding Night was the bomb because you would take your Reynolds wrap in there and you get all the wingdings and you pour them in your pocketbook and you put back and take them back to your room. We had a ball. It was so much fun.
Jordan, you have a favorite one, a tradition?
Just the school spirit. I liked going around and people yelling "Go Dukes" and they'd be like JMU Dukes. So I just love that. And then I also just like she was saying, food places. I like going to Dog Pound, which is now closed, unfortunately. But there's also a lot of other great food places. But Dog Pound, where they stayed open real late, so you could get like cinnamon buns, you can get pizza, hot dogs. And it was like one of the things that stayed open late on campus. So I really enjoyed that as well.
That's awesome. So we have one last question, and then if there's any questions out there, we'll take some. And the last question is, what makes James Madison University unique?
I think I very rarely, if ever, have met someone who attended JMU and didn't enjoy their experience. Like everyone who I talk to about JMU is like gun ho. Like I have people in my neighborhood out here who have JMU signs like in their yards. Like I need to get mine. But yeah, it's just the spirit of just the love and just the spirit of JMU is just something that just stays with you even when you leave campus. Something that I also love is that when I was on campus that you could be like 25 feet from the door, and if someone is like at the door, they will like wait and hold the door for you and keep the door open until you get there.
That's right.
And that's, again, it's just it's a family. It's the spirit. It's something that I don't think you can find anywhere else. I thoroughly enjoyed my experience, and for those out there who are considering JMU, this is where it's at. Definitely come to JMU.
Right.
I second that.
I third it.
Yeah, I have to say, Madison it's just been a good experience. It was a good experience going to school. It's, my friends that I still have, they probably know me better than my family because they've known me for so long. So I can only say that if you're considering it, the friendship, and not only that, but the opportunity of just the doors that it opens after school and the community as far as the network is concerned. I can't say I didn't have anything bad. I enjoyed myself, have fun. I think I discovered myself there. So my dad made a comment that I went in as a shy person and I came out and can't stop talking. So I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it's what it is.
Yeah, I will piggyback on all of that, and I will agree to all of that because it is the spirit. It's the spirit that runs through James Madison University and the alumni and the experiences. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. The school. Anytime I hear, I'm like, hark! Do I hear JMU? According to this, and I feel like I'm Siri. According to this, according to this, nestled in the mountains. I'm like, I'm down for it. JMU is an amazing place and is amazing opportunity for everything that we just talked about tonight.
And I just want to add that JMU really prepares you for the job, whatever job market you're going into. As me, a recent graduate now looking for jobs, I see a lot of the stuff that I've learned in college and that I've experienced with. A lot of those things are what jobs are looking for in my field. So it really does prepare you for your next life going on from college.
Yeah, one of the things I can speak to in that note is, like I said, I was in CIS and my son was CIS, but the program has evolved with the current industry standards. And so the CIS classes that they do now is more like a business case, a real life business case. So, and that's what's amazing about JMU is that they're continuing with the technology and, you know, supporting the industries that you're looking to be in. So that part was amazing to see that JMU is still growing in that area.
Most definitely.
Anyone else? Are we? Well then, thank you all for joining us today. This concludes our discussion with Black Alumni Chapter. If you have any questions after today, please email us at admission@jmu.edu, and we'll get an answer for you. Be sure to tune in for more events until the end of October, excuse me. Have a great day and go
Dukes!
Dukes!